do it like that.
What's going on, guys? We're on the 101 freeway, guys, heading out towards Santa Barbara. Let's get them. I'm out here with Downey Transparent Eye.
Yeehaw!
Make sure and check out Downey Transparent Eye, guys. Give them some support.
Thank you.
We're always joining forces to fight for freedom, and here we go again. I think also AV Watchman is on his way. I don't know exactly where he's at, but he's on his way as well. What's up, Big T? We're gonna be passing by your area pretty soon here. Flying through Oxnard, heading to Santa Barbara. Thank you guys all for joining. If you guys didn't see the video, Johnny 50 was arrested at the Santa Barbara police, or not the police, the library. And they got physical, threw him down, the whole 9 yards. I'm not sure if he's released yet, but supposedly they're supposed to release him tonight. Probably not till the wee hours of the morning. What's going on, guys? Thank you guys for joining. I'm here with Downey Transparent Eye. We're heading towards Santa Barbara right now. I'm gonna go back up our brother Johnny 50 and Bow for Freedom. Get you guys more details when we get out there, but as of now, I mean, if you haven't seen the video, you should probably go check out Johnny 50's video. It was a live feed from earlier today, and the title's very short. It's like a 2-worded title, and you could tell he was desperate to get on live. So we don't know what we're getting ourselves into, except for we're fighting for our rights and defending our freedom out here, guys. And we're gonna fight for our brother that took one for the team today, guys, for standing up for defending our freedom. Yeah, we do this. We come out here and we support each other because that's what we're about. We're about the cause. We're about supporting each other. We're about defending our rights. And we definitely come out and support each other when we need to. We might not. You might have never seen me and Johnny 50 in a video together, but that doesn't mean that we can't support each other. And just to let you guys know, I mean, just because you don't like somebody or because you don't get along with, this is not something that you take personal. I'm not saying that I don't get along with anybody. I'm just using this as a reference. But you know, at the time of need, it doesn't matter what your personal feelings are. If you're an activist, you're an activist, and if we're going to be out here fighting for people's rights and standing for what's right, then we need to stand up for our brothers when they need us, brothers and sisters. You know, and that definitely means even if you don't like or get along with the person, it doesn't mean that you can't be an activist, because an activist stands for the movement, not for one individual, but for the entire community, the entire movement. So So it's very important to remember that, guys. You know, it's not about me and it's not about you, or it's not about any individual. It's about what's happening in the moment, how this affects the movement, how it affects activists, how it affects photographers. We need to get out there and stand for our rights, to show them, guys. We got to show them that us as activists and as being out here defending our rights, that we won't stand for this. Another guy will show up, another cop watcher will show up, 2 cop watchers will show up, 5 cop watchers will show up. Next thing you know, you got cop watchers building in Santa Barbara, you know. Next thing you know, there's cop watchers all over the place. So this is how we get together and we stand up for each other, and we stand up also for the community and for the movement, you know. And this is what we do. We come out and we try to get out and support. So here we go, guys. Appreciate the love and support. If you guys can, hit the like button if you're with me. If the feed drops, don't trip. I'm just driving through these hills right here, and I'll come back in a couple of seconds. So just stand by if the feed cuts out. As soon as I get out of this little canyon, I'll get signal back, and it's only going to take less than a minute to get through. So if it cuts out, stand by, guys. We're almost we're in almost Ventura County line now, and we're about to driving through Oxnard. But yeah, if you guys didn't watch the video, make sure and go and check out Johnny 5-0's live feed, and then also Battle for Freedom was live on his channel and giving an update after the fact. So if you guys haven't seen that, make sure and tune in and check out what's going on over there. But anybody that's in Santa Barbara or close to the area definitely need support, and it would be great to have anybody come out. So if you guys, anybody in the area, please come out and support if you can. It's very much appreciated. And make sure and bring your camera. We're gonna stand for what's right, and that's for our freedom. We gotta defend our freedom, guys. That's all we got. If we don't have freedom, we ain't got nothing. So we gotta stand for our freedom. And even if they did have a policy in place for the library, we still have the Bain Act that protects us to film in public places, no matter what your policy is. If you feel like you're under threat of arrest or any type of threat at all, or even just trying to document whatever situation is going on, you have the right to pull out your camera and record. Doesn't matter what it is, even at the court building. You know, I mean, you're trying to, at that point, it's your word against theirs. I'd rather get my phone taken away while it's recording, so it's captured on video, than to not have any video at all, guys. Think about that. Okay, situations popping off somewhere. Let's say there's no recording in the courthouse, whatever. Something pops off, and you pull out your phone and record a situation. I'd rather at that point have the phone snatched out of my hand, because the deputies want to, you know, they want to proceed forward with their policy, and I'd rather that video be saved on my phone or however the case may be, instead of having zero evidence to prove whatever went down. So, and that's a really rough. That's a really rough scenario because of a courthouse situation. But yeah, anywhere that's open to the public, you have the right to film, especially a public library. Come on. I understand that if they're saying that their policies are saying that they can't without permission, but I guarantee you guys, and we should probably look this up to be sure, but I guarantee you that it's gonna say for commercial purposes, advertising, and whatnot. You guys already know what I'm talking about. You guys already know. It's the same thing that's on the court building. It's the same thing that's at the post office. It's the same thing that's on every federal policy paper that you run into on a federal building or a state federal building. They're always going to have that type of policy that's asking, and pretty much any place in general, even the mall. Okay, even the mall is going to have a policy that you cannot record without written permission for advertising, blah, 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 blah. Okay, but what you guys already know, we're all independent, definitely all independent. We are not an organization. We are all independent journalists. And anytime you pull out a phone or any type of camera and film, you have just turned yourself into a citizen journalist, okay? You're gathering content for a story. You're gathering information for a story, and it could just be filming a car passing by, okay? You're still gathering content for a story. Maybe you're gonna post that video of the car just simply passing by. It's your story. You're the journalist. You make it up. You're a citizen's journalist. You can make up things as you go. You don't have to be a professional. You don't have to hold standards and hold credentials and whatnot. You can be a citizen journalist. And anytime you pull out your phone or anytime you pull out a recording device, you are gathering content for a story. Okay, so most of these places don't have the right, and the Bain Act protects us from these type of situations. Because I guarantee you that in that policy that they read to them, commercial purposes, guys. So let's keep that in mind. And when we find out the facts, if somebody can email me what possibly their policy at that library could be, which if it is available online, it is we will be able to find it, guys. So I appreciate the help if anybody can find that. If not, no big deal. But I couldn't read what it said from Johnny 5-0's video, which is kind of good, because in that case he wasn't. If you can't read it, you're not served. If you can read it, you're served. If you start reading it, you're served. If you hold the paper in your hand, you are served, guys. So that's another reason why Johnny 5-0 didn't take any paper from anybody's hand. He's very smart. This guy is very intelligent, okay? He knows. He already knows. Somebody approaches you with any type of paperwork that you don't know, any type of stranger, even on the street, approaches you with a piece of paper, you do not take that paper. Do not ever hold that paper or even think about reaching out for that paper, because you will be served at that point. Served. Okay, so just think about that, guys. If you can't read it, you're not served. That's why she directly pointed it out and held it up to his face. So she has a reason to say, I served him with the paperwork. Don't even film it. Once you filmed it, once you zoom in and filmed it, served. You guys, these are little things that I've learned along the way, guys. It's not something that I've known my entire life. Okay, so feel free to take advantage of what I know now, and if you didn't know, or if there's more stuff that you want to add, feel free to add in your piece of intelligence that you have, because any intelligence is good intelligence. And these are just little things that you learn as we go along. People that are in law enforcement, this is stuff that a lot of stuff that we encounter on a daily basis. These are things that they should know already. Like the officer the other night, not to make it about me, but just real quick, guys. The officer the other night didn't want to take it the next step to go onto their property and find the guy that battered me, right? Well, I mean, and then at the end he said it's not really a crime. Like, he wasn't even sure. He didn't say it's not a crime, or he didn't say it was a crime. He said it's not really a crime. In other words, I'm not sure if it's a crime, but it could be, or it might be. You know, it's a little bit of a crime, but not really, you know. So what is it that a sergeant, why would a sergeant, guys, not be educated? Appreciate you, man. I see the donos coming in. I appreciate you guys. I just can't read right now, I'm sorry. But I see you guys, man. I appreciate the support. But why would a sergeant, why are we paying a sergeant 200,000 plus odd dollars, okay, to give statements as he did, to not be sure? And that's a pretty sad thing, to know that we have law enforcement, leaders in law enforcement, that they have the mentality of a rookie, which is a rookie knows nothing. He's coming in straight out the gates, blindsided, no knowledge of what's going on yet, willing to learn, and hopefully with an open mind, okay? But these sergeants that have made it to the next level should be very well educated, and now I'm wondering how he got to that level without knowing what the law is. Very, very disturbing to know that we have leadership, authority figures out there that don't know, they don't understand. Like Herrera, okay? Look, guys, Herrera, he made the wrong decision. He's a rookie. I don't know how long he's been on the force with Baldwin Park PD, but that guy made a rookie decision to not know or not investigate, and not 100% his fault, because when the sergeant showed up on scene, he should have educated them and de-escalated the situation right away. You know, you guys can't arrest him. He's filming out here in public, you know. But no, the sergeant is just as bad as the rookie. If they're going to be misleading officers to do false arrests, and then the DA throws it out of court, because they're probably looking at it like, what's wrong with these guys, you know? And so it's just the education. Man, these officers, just as the older they get, the higher rank they get, even you know, they're just very uneducated, and it's very sad to see that. It's very sad to see that, man. You try to give these guys respect when it's due, but you know, like look, Johnny 5-0, he's trying to stand his ground. He's trying to defend his right to film in public, and this guy is already acting like a tyrant, and decides to grab him and usher him out. You know, like if he was a pet, he's trying to lead him out, you know, holding him by the jacket or whatever, when he could have just, Johnny was already trying to move out. He could have just said, all right, let's go, you know, let's go, or whatever. You know, obviously Johnny wouldn't have liked that either, but at least he wasn't holding them. But there it is, guys. I mean, it's happening in black and white every day. It gets old, but it's just, you know, it's always a new day. It's always going to be a new day, guys. Every day we wake up, we expect for something to go down that is unlawful by law enforcement. It's expected every single day, and it's not an excuse either. So yeah, just anytime you encounter the police, just take into consideration that they are not going to know the law. They are not going to be educated on the law. You might know more than they do. Every time you encounter police, remember that you know more than them, okay? You are probably going to be 10 times more intelligent on the law, on the law. They general, but the law, guys. Especially the audience or the supporters or the people, just the passerbyers that watch the videos here and there. Okay, even them, I guarantee you they're more educated than a cop out here on the force. And it's very sad to know that is actually a thing. It's very disturbing, guys. Very disturbing. But well, I mean, these are the people we hire to police the people, to police us. And we get caught up in this whirlpool, and this doesn't end here. The day they release him today or whatever happens, and then he still has to come back to court, and then he has to come back again, and it just becomes an issue. It becomes something that could have been avoided and is unnecessary, because you guys know that photography is not a crime. So if you guys can get a hold of Bal and let Bal for Freedom know that we're in Oxnard now, Camarillo. We're actually in Camarillo, so we're probably about 45 minutes away or less. I'm not sure, but if anybody can get a hold of Bal and let her know that we're coming out to support. If anybody has Johnny 5-0's oh no, they probably took his phone, never mind. What's up, Norman? What's up, guys? Thank you guys all for being here. I'm here with Downey Transparent Eye. And we're gonna do this. AV Watchman's on the way. I think Pugface Media is on the way. And hopefully we can get local supporters to come out and support us at the police station, or wherever we end up at, guys. Once we get there, we'll know exactly where we're gonna be. I'm definitely gonna look for some cop watches in the area. Want to stay close to the police station so that make sure and get somebody from that department to video. But we'll see what happens. Definitely need the support, guys, so if you're nearby, please come out. Out and support us, guys. How far are we?
We're into
Alright, guys, well, I mean, very unexpected situation, but it's always unexpected for something like this to happen. It's just pretty sad how they want to get abusive and slam people down on the floor. Johnny was filming, if you guys are just joining in, and if you don't know what happened yet, Johnny 5-0 was filming in Santa Barbara today at the Santa Barbara Library. And if you want to see the details or know more about that, visit his live feed. And he was asked to leave. They pulled out a policy and escorted him out. And when they went outside, he told them to fuck off, and the cop pretty much just started rushing right towards them, grabbed them, and at that point Johnny 5-0 ended up on the floor. So the live feed that Battle for Freedom put out earlier on Johnny 5-0's channel, she gave a little bit more detail on what happened after the fact. After his feed pretty much cuts out, she kind of explains what goes down, so make sure and check that out if you can. There's a city ordinance out here for cussing in public, so which is unconstitutional, but they will arrest you if you cuss the cops out here. So maybe that had something to do with it. I'm not sure. But I know that there's some type of city ordinance in effect that states that something of that nature. I'm not sure exactly how it goes down, but we're on the 101, guys. We're heading westbound. When you get deep enough down the 101, you're not going north anymore, you start going west. That's where we're at. Is that down? Yeah, the truth about it is, guys, that you know, the government is obviously working against the people, as they always do. Every time we figure out a way to shed some light or to spread the news or, you know, expose tyranny, they always find a way to try to cover it back up or to prevent future exposure or future fails, you know. So, you know, that's what the government is up. Well, that's what they have up their sleeve. You know, they're definitely trying to find ways with policies and laws. They're trying to make up laws that you know, prevent us from doing certain things in certain areas, just like this cursing law out here. You know, who knows? Somebody got butt hurt. They got told off one day, and that's why all of a sudden there's a city ordinance that you can't curse in public, that you'll get arrested. You know, so just out here, obviously they're trying to take your free speech away by putting you under arrest, so that you're threatened by arrest. You can't speak freely, you know? Doesn't make I'm not even sure if we're gonna catch Johnny 5-0 out here, guys. We might not, or we might. I'm not sure, but you know, the point is that we got to come out and support them and show Santa Barbara that you know, you hurt one of us, you hurt us all. You know, and we're not gonna stand for that. We're definitely gonna go ahead and hopefully they can fill the rafter tonight. Fill the raft and maybe they'll learn a little bit about our freedoms and not taking the law, not using their personal budget. So anyways, here we go, guys. Fucking another activist in need, and we're gonna go back them up. KB Watchman should be pretty close as well. Probably about another 30 miles away. So we're not close. but we're close enough. This drive from my house to Santa Barbara was over 100 miles, guys. So, you know, I appreciate the support because it's not an everyday individual that will drive over 100 miles to go support somebody. So I appreciate your support and hope you guys understand what we go through out here. Appreciate it. Appreciate the dono. Can't see the name. But I hope you guys can appreciate, you know, what we do out here for each other. Like I said, especially AV Watchman coming from all the way from Lancaster as well. He's probably traveling over 100 miles as well. So, I mean, we come from all over the place, and it might be a small little town or a small little city, but we're traveling through 1,000 cities just to get there, and we're definitely going to get there, guys. And it doesn't really matter how long or how far we are, how long it's going to take to get there. The fact is that we will get there, and we will, even if we stand there and nothing happens, it doesn't matter. The fact of the matter is that we're going to be there in support of our brother. That's the fact. So hopefully they're ready for it, guys. Hopefully they're ready. We're heading out to Santa Barbara in support of Johnny 5-0. Shit. We're on a mission. But if anybody can get a hold of Val, ask Val if she'll send an email to sgbnewsfirst@gmail.com, sgbnewsfirst@gmail.com, or just let Val know if, I don't even know if Val's here because I'm not sure if, I can't see the chat, so kind of blind. I'm just talking to myself right now, guys. And Downey is like, man, when's this guy gonna stop talking and talk to me? Is that down?
It's down, dude. No, it's alright. I understand, dude.
Yeah, but we're on the road again. Another activist in need. We on the road again. I met, just to give you guys a little bit of history on me and Johnny 5-0. Johnny 5-0 to me was a very, very big inspiration to me starting my own channel. He was a channel that I was very interested in, and I was always watching Johnny 5-0's content before I even started coming out here and doing this myself. Now, I visited a couple places in support of Johnny 5-0, like the Burbank Airport and Clay Lacy. I don't know, I can't. I supported him somewhere else. Can't remember. I'm sure there's videos. Anyways, I've only met Johnny 5-0 one time, and he actually came out. Him and Bow for Freedom came out to greet us at we're doing a cop watch in out there in Van Nuys, I believe it was. And he came out and said hello, you know, real briefly, and then he took off, you know, and that was the first and last time I met Johnny 5-0. But it doesn't mean that just because I don't know him, you know, like an everyday person, it doesn't mean that I'm not going to support him because even before I met him for the first time, I had already went and backed him up at the Burbank Airport and Clay Lacy and one other place that I can't even think of right now. You know, even before I knew him, before I met him, I was already doing activist type activities by backing up an activist and retesting the waters and resurfacing on audited grounds already. You know, so this is what we do to back each other up, because Johnny 50 has visited one place. If somebody else visits the same place, you might get a different reaction. So it really just depends on the staff and the auditor as well. You know, it really depends on the time of day. You know, the shift, everything matters. The day, night, everything matters. So just because somebody's been to one place doesn't mean, oh yeah, that person's been there, let's never hit that place ever again. It's done. No. I guarantee you, I got a different reaction, but I did get a positive reaction from the police when I went to go back with Johnny 50 at the recognized the place as I was passing by. I recognized the spot and I said, oh yeah, this is where Johnny 50 was. And I went to go park and I went to go hit it, and right away they started telling me I couldn't film there. But the officer that came out was very cordial, came and brought me a bottle of water, which I was very sketchy about taking stuff from police back then, even now, but unfortunately I didn't get to drink the bottle of water because I was like, man, what did these guys put in this, you know? But it was kind of strange to get that type of reaction, and that was the cause and effect of Johnny 50's first interaction out there. He definitely educated them. They learned their lesson, and when I came out, I was the example of the outcome of his education there. So, you know, I have a lot of respect for Johnny 50, as I do for a lot of auditors out here and cop watchers. You know, all over the nation, all over the world. Just to give you guys a little bit of history about me and Johnny 50, which is not much. It's very, I already told you my entire history of Johnny 50 in a couple minutes, so can't write a book about it, that's for sure. But just trying to give you a little bit of history so you guys know that, you know, not because we're best friends I'm backing them up, not because we audit together I'm backing them up, but because it's an activist in need, it's an auditor in need, it's an acquaintance in need. You know, it doesn't have to be a direct friend, it doesn't have to be a direct contact. But I do wish I could call Johnny 50 my friend. I wish we have done more stuff together because I love his content. And I'm sure we do great audits together, but you know, we just don't have that relationship. That doesn't mean that I won't come out and support them. So here we are, guys. Represent. I do this for everybody. I do this for all the auditors, cop watchers, all the activists out here. As far as I can reach, you know, I definitely will come out and back you up. You know, so I've done it for News Now California, I've done it for California Guardian, High Desert Community Watch, anybody that's been arrested, Big Jeff, I've supported him. You know, and it might not be, you know, it might not be like directly physically there. I might have shared links. You know, anything you do to help and to spread the word is activism, guys. I don't know if you guys understand that, but the phone calls you guys make, the letters you send out, the emails, the comments, even being a part of this chat, you're becoming an activist by spreading, you know, your opinions, because your opinions do matter, and it builds a community of what it does. The good, the bad, and the ugly, all of it. You know, that's why I try to tell the mods not to delete, you know, negative comments, not to block people from my channel, unless they're being racist or they're, they're crossing the line, and there is such thing as crossing the line, even when it comes to free speech and activism. I understand you want to share your opinion, but come on, there has to be a line for everything, so sometimes I will block somebody, and not just because, not that I'm taking it personal what words are said, because there's 100,000 million words thrown at me every time I'm reading all the comments, and people are being negative and positive and mutual, and and they're giving advice, so I read all the comments. I do, as many as I can get through, at least, and I don't take it personal. If somebody does threaten me, or threaten somebody's life, or wishes death upon somebody, or is being racist, then those are situations where I'm like, okay, get them out of here, block them, or block them from my channel, or delete the comments, whatever, because I mean, it's unnecessary. There's no need to threaten people, or to cause, or to wish harm on people, or to wish death on people, or it doesn't matter if it's a cop, a judge, just a citizen, an agent, whatever. It doesn't matter. Nobody, I don't think any of us, even anybody on the other side of that thin blue line, nobody deserves to get death wished upon them. That's not what we're doing, and that's not part of activism. Activism is making change, and giving our opinions. Our opinions matter, and making change comes from people's opinions and people's voices. You voice your opinion, and if they're heard, if they're heard enough, if more and more people start talking about it, then change will start happening. And that's part of activism, and that's what we're out here to do. And that's how you win. You win by changing law, by changing policy, by changing people's way of thinking, by changing your local police department's way of handling situations on the street. Not that the whole department will learn, but just as long as you put a nail in it, put a thumbnail in it, put a thumbtack in it, just something as small as, like I said, I don't know if you guys heard me speaking about it the other day, the smallest little scratch, the smallest little ding, dent, scratch, dust, little dust mark that we could leave behind in each city is better than nothing at all, guys. And that's why we have to keep out here and stay on it, because if we don't leave that little speck of dust, the smallest little intervention, then the change will never happen. Okay, change will never happen. People's opinions are not voiced. Change will never happen. So that's why we have to stay on it. That's why we have to stay out here. Even though LAPD and some surrounding areas are educated to the point where not even responding, doesn't mean that they're gonna, if we don't stay on them, slowly but surely things will start trickling back to normal. You understand? So, you gotta keep, it's like that well. If you don't put more, if you keep pumping that well and it just goes dry, you don't put anything back in, then you're not, at the end of the day, the pump's gonna be dry, and all our activism that filled up the well, and they were trying to pump it out and pump it out and pump it out. And if our activism stops and that well doesn't get full of our activism anymore, that well is going to go dry, and sooner or later they're not going to have to pump no more. You know why? Because the well is dry. There's no more activism. So we got to keep that well full, guys. We definitely got to keep that well full. The activism has to continue every day, guys, every day. And and that's why this has become a really big part of my passion in life, because this is the future of our kids, our siblings, our everybody, our surrounding, our neighbors, everybody. This is our future, and the more that we practice our activism and try to change law and change policy and just change people's way of thinking in general. All of this is beneficial to the future, to our future, to our kids, and their future, and so on and so forth. It has to get better. It cannot get worse, guys. It cannot get worse. So, if this is happening to Johnny 50 all the way here in Santa Barbara, over 100 miles away from my house, I am down to come and spread some more knowledge out here. As they wanted to be a tyrant and put Johnny 50 in jail for standing for his rights and threatening Belle, following her back to her room, hotel room, and all that. They want to be tyrants. Then okay, let's do it. Let's do it. I'll come in out here and we'll spread more knowledge and tell you that photography is not a crime, and that we got 148G that protects us to film them. We're gonna just put it all out there. We're gonna let them know. So yeah, we're getting closer and closer, guys. And then hopefully we can spread some more knowledge out here. So here we are, guys, on the road. On the road. When I got arrested, and appreciate you. Thank you for the donations. I appreciate you guys. I wish I can give you guys a direct shout out, but I can't see the chat right now. But when I got arrested out there in Newport Beach, Mr. Scientifico came out to support me, and to support me and West Coast Digital. We were both arrested, and from LA to Newport it's about 40, 50, 60 miles. So it just goes to show that it doesn't matter who it is or where it's at. People come out and support you. Especially if you're doing what's right out here and trying to trying to keep our officials accountable, and using your personal time and making a lot of effort to be out here. And Johnny 50 has definitely put a lot of time and effort into the community and into his activism and what he does, and he definitely deserves a lot of respect for that. So we gotta keep a close tabs on. And not only just because it's Johnny 50, it could be any activist, out here. And it doesn't have to be somebody that put in a lot of work either. It could be any activist. It could be somebody that just got arrested for, standing for their rights. If we hear about it, we definitely will come out and support. Santa Claus Lane. So here we are, guys. Pretty close. We're a couple miles away now. I appreciate you guys all being here. If you haven't, or if you guys just joined, make sure and leave me a comment. Let me know what your thoughts are about what happened with Johnny 50 at the library. And for those of you that are unaware or that haven't seen it, please go watch Johnny 50's live feed from earlier today. And Bail for Freedom went live on his channel after that to put out an update. So give him some support, give him a thumbs up on his video, let him know that we're all watching and we're all supporting him. But he got arrested at the Santa Barbara library. So we're out, we're gonna head out, support him tonight. Sounds like it's pretty windy out there, so we'll see what the night brings us, guys. Cold.
22 degrees.
Summerland.
52.
Appreciate you guys writing in caps, trying to get my attention. Oh shit, it's looking hilarious. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for trying to compromise for my vision impairment. Are we getting off, bro? You want to put it on your Navi or no?
Yeah, sure.
Santa Maria or
So the Barbara.
Santa Barbara?
It's 9 minutes actually.
Yeah, we're not too far now, guys. We're probably about another 10 minutes. If you lasted this long, you might just want to stick around for the rest of it.
So go to the police department. Yeah.
Justice for Johnny. That's right. Justice for all, guys. Justice for all.
So it's closer.
Huh?
It's closer. Oh, it's 9 minutes away.
Montecito.
En 4.6 millas, toma la salida 96B Grande por Laguna Street y Garden Street.
Laguna Street and Garden Street.
Yeah, it sounds windy out here, guys. Sheffield Drive. And the truck is getting shifted around left and right. So I'm sure it's going to be pretty windy when we get out of the car.
And cold.
It was a pretty windy day to begin with throughout the day in here in California. I don't know where you guys are at, but it's good weather, but definitely too windy today. San Isidro Road.
We're gonna exit Laguna Street, Garden Street. 3.5.
Once I get off the freeway, I'll pull over and then you guys can chat it up with me real quick as we'll wait for AV Watchman, see where he's at as well. But that way, if you guys have any information about Bal, about Johnny 50, any current information, once I get off the road, I'll pull over so at least if you have any information for me, I can get some updated info, and then we'll head over to the spot. Grilloa Boulevard. Man, I haven't been down this far off the 101 in a while. Santa Barbara. X12 exits. There it is, guys. There it is. Hermosillo Road. Yeah, that guy's doing like 90. Rail Boulevard.
In 2 miles, take exit 96B for Garden Street.
AV's at a gas station. Do you guys know if AV is in Santa Barbara already? We're about to get off here pretty soon, so just give me a minute and I'll be able to look at the comments, guys. But I'm sure you guys already told me like 50 million times. I told you Bell is here. I told you Johnny 50 was this. But I haven't seen not one of them, so just be patient with me for a minute. National Guard Armory, next exit. All right. This one?
Yep. 96B.
B?
B is away out. So this is
Z?
yeah, this was it, isn't it?
Yeah.
This was it. Thanks.
In half a mile, take exit 96B for Garden Street.
That's the first time my navigation's talking about 60 miles. The last time it told me to do something, it said, stay on the 101.
Take exit 96B, then
67
keep
miles.
left at the fork.
Okay, on this
Keep left at the fork, then turn right
Thank
onto
you guys
Garden
for
Street.
staying in tune with us today. Straight?
the light straight ahead
Yeah.
and then the light. Is that right?
We're about
Turn
to
right onto Garden
pull over here shortly. Right?
Right here, right. This is actually Golden Street. It's towards downtown.
Okay, here we go, here we go.
Continue on Garden Street for 3/4 of a mile.
Then in Figueroa, I won't act like doing that.
Call AV, alright, I'll call right now, guys. Stand by, guys. Don't go nowhere.
Well. Hello?
Alright, guys, I can't get a hold of AV. If anybody has any information where he's at, where he's at, or what gas station he's at. Oh, I just muted it because we're trying to get a hold of AV. Sorry, guys. Yeah, it might get pretty nasty tonight, guys, to be honest. What is AV's link? AV Watchman. Search AV Watchman on YouTube. He stopped to get coffee. Okay, so he's not here yet. Okay. If you guys are in his chat, let him know that we're out here in Santa Barbara already, and we're gonna be at the police station. The jail is north. All right. What information do you guys got for me here? Police are stalking AV Watchman. Why are they stalking AV Watchman? What the fuck? He stopped for coffee. He said he saw a cop with some sort of a scanner. Oh my god. Anyway, have the number to police station. Let's do it for Johnny. Yep. He got on the freeway. Okay. He's on the freeway. Anybody was anybody able to get a hold of Bell? We lost AV at a gas station. AV's 3 hours away. What the fuck? Oh, I'm not waiting 3 hours for AV. Come on. Why are we hearing that AV is in cuffs? What? Shalami, what the hell happened to Johnny? Johnny got arrested at the Stone did it. Thank you. Johnny got arrested at the Santa Barbara library today. Inmate search. Wait 3 hours. Yeah, I'm not waiting. I'll be on my way home in 3 hours. I think. Jail is up a few exits, Ryan. Okay. Look for the Santa Barbara jail. Because they're telling us that it's down more. So, I was gonna go hit the PD, but I guess it's probably a good idea to go hit the jail. You guys think he's at the jail by now? Inmate search. Yeah, I'm trying to go through all the comments, Brett. Sorry if I've ignored you before. Might have just missed it. Do a lot of work in
Is it the main county jail?
Please read Miss Auditing Chicago's comments. Where's it at? Miss Auditing Chicago. What's up, Ekio? Oh shit, she's falling right in front of us.
The police right there.
Where?
Right.
Oh yeah, look at that. Motherfuckers.
We're now 9 minutes away from the Santa Barbara County main jail.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay.
I can call Bell if you need me. Blue Ivy, yes. Miss, I'm looking for Miss Chicago's comments. Can you repost it again, Miss Chicago? I'm sorry. Is that Felipe Hemming? Okay, just text. He is back on the road. AV's back on the road. Okay. Almost at 1,000. Oh. County jail. Okay, we're heading over to the county. CC, he's at the county jail. We're heading over there.
Okay, ask me if that's the one on the...
Yeah, Blue Ivy. Have her email me sgvnews1@gmail.com or sgvnewsfirst@gmail.
That's the one in Calle Real?
Hey, the one on Calle Real is where we're heading. Is that the right one? If anybody has any information. Johnny's last name is Olson. Olson, I believe.
This number of county.
Thanks for the support. You could find my GoFundMe if you really want to help. I'm humbled by that, but thank you. Hope you guys aren't listening to that guy. Johnny is with CCW. Oh, what? Oh, you guys are talking shit now. Come on. Come on, guys. We're out here trying to support.
Israel.
We're trying to support a fellow activist in need. Come on, guys. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, so we're heading to the jail then. Oh man, no, don't say that. Getting easy, ETA. Just Miss Auditing, if you could just tell him to meet us there if he makes it. If not, I mean, we're already here. Just let him know we're already here. So we're a couple. I just pulled over to check out the status. We're gonna guess head. It's 10 minutes away.
Yes, sir.
All right, so let's go. We'll go over to the jail and see if we can go inside and get any information.
Go straight ahead.
Straight ahead?
Yeah. That's what, oh, no, yeah. It's back. We have to go. You turn.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
Santa Barbara County Jail. Got it.
Then we're going to get the 101, about a quarter mile, and then
Northwest.
Northwest, yeah.
Alright guys, we gotta jump back on the freeway for a couple more minutes. Appreciate you guys all being here. Thank you for coming along on the ride with me and Downey Transparent Eye. Make sure and check out Downey Transparent Eye, guys. New upcoming channel. He has a really big passion for the movement. He really stands his ground for our rights out here, and he appreciates the support as well. So thank you guys, and if you can support Downey Transparent Eye, if somebody can put his link, hopefully we can get him to 1,000 subs so that he's able to go live if something goes bad. He could only go live on Streamlabs, and sometimes the video gets lost in translation, so it's not good to go live on Streamlabs apparently. If you hit the wrong button, your video goes away. There it is, Downey Transparent Eye. Thank you, Betsy.
Thank you.
Which way?
This straight.
Straight?
Yeah, the next line, make a right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Next line,
yeah,
right?
This one.
This one.
Yeah. This one.
There we go. Let's do it.
800 feet, merge onto US 101 North.
Alright guys, back on the road. Here we go, round 2. Johnny's on a hunger strike.
Continue on US 101 North for 3/4 of a mile.
Appreciate you guys. If you guys already subbed to Downey, appreciate you guys.
Appreciate it all. Thank you guys.
He appreciates it.
So appreciate it. We're exited Sueño Road.
In half a mile, take exit 98A for Carrillo Street.
Exit 102. That's where we exited.
102? Grim Reaper, what's up, buddy? Haven't seen you in a while. Thank you for joining. Hit that like button for me, guys. Thank you very much for being here. Appreciate the support. Appreciate you guys being along for the ride. Hopefully we can meet up with Bell and see where we go from here. Appreciate it, Miss Audit in Chicago. cops don't like this. Yeah. There's probably 14 cops from Santa Barbara that don't like this. It's probably Herrera's probably one of them. I guarantee you Herrera stays watching my videos. Him and Sergeant Gonzalez. I'm really glad that me and Sergeant Gonzalez were able to have a discussion. I wouldn't say that we hashed things out or that we're on better terms, but I'm very glad that we were able to have a discussion and kind of push through the feelings barrier that he had going on, because he doesn't like what we do. But I give him the respect. At least he was man enough to shake my hand this time and to listen to what I had to say, and I gave him the same respect. I went ahead and I gave him his word and let him, speak his piece and how he felt. And it kind of, on both ends, guys, I really feel that, appreciate it, man. Thank you for the gas money. You're awesome. I really feel that bridging those gaps, it really helps the community, because and it also helps fellow cop watchers in the future to interact with these officers, because if they don't hear our side and if we don't hear their side, then we're kind of just, both sides are guessing and making assumptions. And even though my channel is open to the public, and is it this one?
No, Sueño Road.
And these guys have access to watch these videos all the time, so that's why I feel, they feel a certain way because they never get to speak their piece. And that's why I gave Sergeant Gonzalez the respect to let him speak his piece and to let us know how he feels and what his thoughts were. And it really gives you a mindset of where they're at, and what they really think about us, because he was saying that, we don't know what your intentions are, blah blah blah, stuff like that already makes you think, well, is this guy in fear of his life? Like, is he not here to protect and serve? Is he, it puts a lot of thoughts into your mind. Is it this one?
The next, yeah, El Sueño. El Sueño Road?
Yeah.
Well, half a mile, sorry. We have to exit and go along the river, which is the Camino Real or something.
Okay.
Right here, this is Sueño.
But so yeah, I mean, bridging the gaps in our community is very, very important, guys. That's why it's very good practice to pull out your phones and record our public officials in the course of their duties.
Then make a left.
Damn, already?
On this Camino Real. We're about very close by already.
Alright guys, so we're pretty close here now. I don't know what happened to AV Watchman. Hope he's good. Hope the radar didn't take his phone out.
Farm? Horner Farm, make a right. That's the jail, which is right somewhere here.
This one?
No. Yeah, wait.
This one?
Is that far? No.
This is County Road.
No. Next one. Sorry.
Sheriff Administration. Oh.
Right here. This one. This is on our part.
Is that down? Can't see what that sign says.
It says boat or something.
Are you sure, Troy?
Yeah, it's more ahead. Is right. That's some county energy.
Up here?
Yeah, make it go up.
Use my flashlight better.
It's right here.
This one?
Yeah, that's what it says.
Where do we go from here? What's this say? Inmate services, visitor parking this way. Alright. Let's ride. Why does it look so empty? We're the only ones here, guys. We're the only ones here. Inmate services. Alright, guys. We have arrived. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Trying to see if I got a. Check the website. Didn't find anything about filming. Oh, really? I got a email from John. Appreciate you getting back to me. I still haven't got an email from Bell. Is what it looks like. Let's go find out what happened, guys. Stand by for a minute. This way. Get you that information. First we gotta see if we can even get in here, but let's check it out, guys. Let me get my other camera. Buried. It was buried. I found my other camera, guys. Oh, what? No, why? Okay. Hold on, guys, hold on. We're in the struggle. We're in the struggle. We're all in this together, though. Alright, there we go. Alright, the phone goes sideways, sorry. Holy crap, it's cold out here. Holy shit, stand by, guys. Tell them that we're here. We're waiting for them. All right, guys, we're going in. Let's see if they even let us in here with this. Oh, your door's open, bro. Shit. It's cold out here. Gotta make sure that there's no weapons in my pockets, guys. What time is this shit open? Office hours. What the fuck? Hello? There's no bell, there's no nothing. Where's the after hour services? Over here? Oh, shit. Am I at the right place? What the fuck? Let's see. For entry, please press northwest button. Northwest.
No.
Yeah, I'm trying to get inmate information.
Inmate information?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you're in the wrong building, sir. If you go up the other street, it's called County Road.
Uh-huh.
There's a lobby over there. You can talk to records. They could give you all the information you need.
Oh, is that the street I passed up before this one?
Yeah, it's the next street over, sir. This is on the farm road that you came up. You have to go over to County Road.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
No problem. Have a good day.
You too. All right, guys. We got to go back down to the other road.
130?
It's the other. It's crazy. There's one of the little devils now. They want us. They want us, guys. They want us in there. Let's go. Oh. Okay, glad you go.
You know what? 2:30. I meet you there. No problem. Yeah. Crenshaw. What? Okay. See you there in Starbucks. That's fine. Okay. 2:30. Bye.
In 1,000 feet, turn left onto Calle Real.
It's the other road.
Oh,
It's
the first one.
yeah, County Road.
So this thing. That's what I gotta do.
Oh, but this is a jail right here.
That's what I have on my system.
He's in there somewhere. Is that down? We're doing a drive-by audit.
Maybe we'll just call it. Okay. Yeah, here. I'll pin it. You pin? What 26? Okay. I'll say the pin.
Tell him it's the Santa Barbara jail.
Oh, it's Santa Barbara County Jail. It's right there. Yeah.
All right, guys.
Okay.
Here we go again. County Road. He said there's a clerk up here that we can speak to. Is it this one?
Okay.
Let's try here. Why pass it up when we see opportunity?
Headquarters.
Correctional facility?
Attention. It looks that's main administration. So right here, I think this is it.
This is it? What does that say? Sheriff what? I don't know. It's one of these places, guys. Just bear with us. What does that say? Does that look open?
Yeah, that's open. She went in.
Oh, this is the OR unit. Oh, this is reserve parking. Bastards.
Here. Oh, okay. Main jail that way though. Actually that way, isn't it?
Main jail administrations.
What's the IRC? Mini reception center? Yeah. Is this that one? Huh?
IRC. I guess we have to go down to the main jail. Damn, I'm lost.
So many holes this thing has.
I'm freaking lost,
Oh, that's the
dude.
flag right over there. So most likely it's gonna be
Freaking lost. Let's go this way. It says the main jail's over here. Is that it?
Yeah, I think so.
Freaking lost, dude. But I'm gonna park right here, next to the cops. Do you guys know Johnny 5-0's date of birth? I hope they're watching me, King James. They know I'm coming. Probably shaking in their pants right now. Because they're afraid of a camera, not because they're afraid of me. January 17, 1956. Derek P., is that correct? Hello. Trying to get some inmate information.
On who?
His name is Johnny Olson.
Okay.
And I'm sorry?
What would you like to know?
I want to know if he's still here, or if he's been released, or what time he's going to be released.
Okay. So John Olson is actually going to be a stop, which means he's going to be here for 8 to 12 hours. He's going to be released with a citation, so a ticket to go to court.
Oh, okay. But he won't be released tonight, though?
Not for this date. Most likely. Where are we on the process for Olson? Oh, we're pushing the We're just waiting for the DOJ. So as soon as paperwork from the Department of Homeland Security comes, then we can get that process going. So no more than an hour, maybe.
Would you guys be in contact him when he's released? Because I don't know if you guys have his property. Is his property
Yeah,
going to get released to him?
We do the whole process. So he'll get his property before he goes. We'll give him all everything. We have even a number for him to call, his girlfriend or something, when he gets released. So
Okay.
we'll have
All right.
everything.
So he might be out in about an hour or so, or?
Yeah, an hour, maybe give or take, a little bit more.
Okay, cool. We'll hang out then. All right. Thank you. All right, guys. So they're waiting for, what they're doing is they're running him through the database. You know, after they take your prints and everything, they run you through the database to make sure they're not going to release a criminal back into civilization. So they're probably just at this point waiting for the prints to come back. And you know, and I speak because that's what they did to me. They process you in, they search you, they put you in a little room, and then they fingerprint you about an hour later. I don't know why they don't do it right away, but After an hour or two, they come and they get you. They take your mug shot and they fingerprint you, and then they tell you to take you back to the room, and then you have to wait for your fingerprints to come back. And once the fingerprints come back, then it's pretty quick after that. They should release them, hopefully within, an hour, within 45 minutes of his fingerprints getting back to their system. Yeah, well, that's something that we have to ask a judge, Texas Chance Girl, because especially these clerk people, they probably, all they do is process paperwork. Nobody's gonna come and talk to us. That's just the way they handle things. And so we're just gonna show our presence, and hopefully we'll have a friendly unit come by and say hello. Yeah, they probably obviously they had to make sure that his head injuries weren't too serious, so they probably kept him here for evaluation before they released him, so he doesn't, he doesn't say that he got injured in here. He might forget about it. They hold him long enough, he might forget that he was even arrested. There's people that block out in situations like that. They just wake up somewhere else. I don't know. They just hope that happens to you when you come. And if they beat them up, they're gonna hope you forgot about it. Really? An hour unaccounted for? All right, we'll do that right now. How's it going? Yeah, let me find out where they're gonna release them through. And me again. Hey, you said he went to medical? Was he treated and then brought back over here from the hospital, or?
Yeah, apparently he was bleeding a little and went to the hospital.
Oh, and when he gets released, where are they going to release him through?
So the building over here, it's called the IRC. 2 blue doors.
He's going to walk through
There's a
there?
lobby in there if you want to wait in there for him.
Oh, okay.
I think there's somebody else in there for him already.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
All right.
He's seen my medical here. He's fine.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's
What happened to him?
I'm just reading what's on the articles and what's on our charges that we have for him. Apparently resisting, I'm not sure.
Oh, resisting, wow.
Or some type of, I have no idea.
Do you know what the charges were?
Yeah, he is trespassing on a public business, from what the article says, like a library or something. And the other one is obstructing a public police officer.
Obstructing. But isn't a library public?
Yeah. Like I said, I don't know.
That's
I wasn't the
strange.
one who gave him the charges.
Yeah, I know.
Arrested him, so.
I got you.
Yeah.
All right,
But I'm
cool.
just looking him on.
I appreciate it. Thank you. All right. Every little bit of information helps, guys. Every little small question, every little detail you can collect. So apparently, they said he was resisting, and he just got a small little cut.
You guys heard that? Small little cut. But sometimes you play possum, and they just go ahead and let you know what it is, or sometimes they just don't tell you anything. So kind of glad that she gave us that little bit of information. But at least we have it on record that the bit of information she gave us, we have it on record now. So what they talk about back there is different from what's on the paperwork. So it's kind of good to get a verbal from somebody. Oh, parked in a conveniently marked location. Chief of Deputies. Oh, the commander. Yeah. Commander's rolling in a what is this? Nissan? Man, come on, Commander. Commander should be rolling in like a Hummer or something. What do you guys think? He should be in command. Not in this thing. That's a girl's car. Maybe it is a girl, huh? Looks like a girl's car. I don't know. I wouldn't buy one of those for myself. Oh, yeah. Hey, they're gonna release them on the other building. Let's go over there. Yeah. Yeah, he's here. They haven't released him yet. But that IRC building is where he's gonna come out, so we're gonna head over there. Yeah. Yep.
You mean receptionist?
Huh?
They mean
Yeah.
release center. You learned something though.
Oh, yeah.
So it's not you mean receptionist, you mean release center.
IRC, the Inmate Release Center. I thought it was the Intensive Reject or Release Center. Rejected. Case rejected. It's cold out here, guys.
Wendy. Oh, Wendy.
You know what's pretty sad about this is that the clerk that I was just speaking to, when I told her we were just going to hang around and wait, she never told us that he was going to get released in the other building. It's not nice. Here it is. So supposedly they have a lobby here we can hang out in. Let's go see. Stand by, guys, stand by.
Head east toward County Road.
Hold on, guys, stand by, stand by. What's going on, man? Good, you? Nice to see you. Alright, so they did say that somebody else was here waiting for him. Oh, man. I don't see anybody waiting for him.
There's no cameras around this facility.
Oh yeah. They're like, put up the signs, quick. Put up the fucking signs.
This kind of environment here, that's just the smell it's pretty distinctive. Just a recycle. Yeah, actually. Pretty weird.
Alright. About sleep. Oh my god. I know that dude. This sounds like well, looks like he got released and then decided to take a nap before he hit the road again. Wake that fool up. He's taking up the bench. And go elbow him and shit. Get up. Yeah, they gotta let the swelling down before they let him go. They probably have him all iced up in there. Amador took him to the topless bar. Shit. So we'll just hang out here for 5-0, man. Hopefully he'll have us waiting for him when he gets out. And we'll go ahead and give him a ride to wherever he needs to go. Yeah, Johnny 5-0 was arrested. Graham, you've been here a while and you're just realizing that Johnny 5-0 was arrested. Johnny 5-0 was arrested earlier this afternoon, early evening at the, well, it was about 4 o'clock or so, 3 or 4. He was at the county library here in Santa Barbara, and the cop went hands-on with him. I'm pretty surprised that the clerk was as vocal as she was. You know, she gave us, I guess, enough information, what we needed. And, you know, it just goes to show, you know, it seems like this city has very limited people being arrested or going through their system, because she knew exactly who I was talking about right away. She didn't have to look it up in the system. She didn't have to call nobody. It's like, yeah, we got one guy here. His name's Johnny Olson. Well, yeah, he'll be released. She said in about 5 or 8 hours. She tried to tell me that they were going to release him in 5 to 8 hours. So, yeah, we're just going to hang out here, guys. If you guys want to stay and be a part of it, appreciate it. Thank you guys for being here. Appreciate the support. I love the community, love the movement, love the supporters. You guys are awesome. Can't ask for any more support than this. Thank you, Anthony. I think that just being out here, making our presence known. Waldemar, appreciate you. #1 fan is down. You know, if nobody would have showed up for Johnny, and if you know, there would have been no presence here, then I think it would have been less effective. But at least now they're talking about us over at the front desk. You know, oh, they got the guys with the cameras are here. There's a couple of guys. You know, now we also got this other supporter, Steve, that showed up. I've actually met him before a couple times. He's been at a couple places. When we went to go back up for a potato at the Commerce City Hall, he was there. And when I got into a situation at UPS in Ontario, he showed up to back me up. I was out there by myself, and he showed up to back me up. So he's actually coming from San Bernardino, and he just got here right now. When we pulled up, he pulled up. So pretty interesting stuff, guys. I mean, the way people come together. Like I said, when the community needs us, we're always willing to come together, even though if we don't get along, guys. Oh yeah, Boyle Heights, appreciate you. Yeah, we come together for each other and for the movement. It doesn't have to be any individual in particular. We have to support each other no matter what, guys. So appreciate you guys being here for the support as well. And anybody else that shows up or showed up earlier, or that even has Johnny 50 in their thoughts, keep them in your prayers as well, because you know, you never know, these situations are pretty sticky, especially when you're on the inside and they want to start taunting you and telling you you're worthless without your camera. Why aren't you talking all that crap now? You know, they really lay in on you on the inside. But you know what? I just let them fucking do their thing, and I let them say their words, because look at what happened. Look at what happened in Newport Beach. They arrested me, they booked me, they put me through the system, they fingerprint me, they did the whole 9 yards. They made me a criminal, okay? Then I get a letter in the mail saying that you were never arrested. It was only a detention. So they're trying to back out of saying that I was arrested. Okay. And so pretty much no charges there. I was falsely arrested. I was caged. They took my Fourth Amendment away. And I didn't give them permission to take my picture, and they took it anyways. That's not down. They took my picture, and then for what? For them to say, all right, see you later, and then we'll see you in court, and blah blah blah. You know, you're gonna learn your lesson, and then for what? For the DA to throw it out and say you can't charge them with this. You know. But that's what they do. They get you on the inside and they start telling you about how worthless you are, and why don't you get a real job, and blah, 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 blah. Everything they can say when they have all their buddies around them to support them. Just like Herrera and Serrano, when they surrounded me when I was being arrested at the Baldwin Park Walmart. They were telling me to sit down, and I was telling them I ain't gonna sit down, hell no. And he forced me down. You know, he literally forced me down to the ground, which I kind of helped him, because he's kind of weak. Herrera is really weak, so for him to force me down, it would probably take someone like as big as me to force him down. To force me down, he wouldn't. There's no way that he was able to do that on his own. So I kind of helped him out a little bit. Ended up down on the floor. And then they both Serrano and Herrera both stood over me like a bunch of wolves on prey. And
Hey,
hi,
how's it going?
good, you?
How's it going?
But yeah, like wolves on prey, and they just start attacking you, you know. But that's pretty much how they handle things, you know. They get you on the inside, and they definitely want to make you feel like you're the scum of the earth. It's a damn shame how they want to treat us. The wind's kicking in. Yeah, but that's why it's important, guys, to all of our activists and cop watchers and auditors and just activists all in general. We need to come out and to support each other in the time of need, because You know, sometimes what happens is if we are, you know, if we are doing this for the greater good, and if you see that nobody comes out to support you, it might make you feel a little bit different. But I'm sure this guy right here is gonna appreciate that we came out to support him today, and I'm sure he'll appreciate it. Definitely appreciate it. It looks like 5-0 is about to get released, and AV Watchman is still not here.
He's coming in 40 minutes.
40? We'll let Johnny get all his stuff together, guys. It looks like he's about to walk out. Yep, that's Johnny right there, guys. So looks like he's putting his belt on, putting all his stuff back in his wallet and stuff. When they give you back your stuff, it's in a plastic bag, and everything is flipped upside down. Everything is taken out of your wallet. Everything is just thrown in there like it's, you know, trash. You know, they just throw it in a bag and put it in another bag, and then they give it to you in a bag, in a big bag, all bagged up. He doesn't see us.
How you doing?
Oh, there it
Yep, you're right about that. You're right about that, Betsy. There he is. There he is, guys.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
He fucking made it.
Hey, there's guys out here. There's guys out here filming. Okay. Officer threw me down on the ground, and I hit my head. He thought I was one of the 12-year-olds that he likes to fuck on the weekends, so he got me confused. Who was that? I forget his name. Here, it's on my booking sheet. So, just want everybody to know that the downtown Santa Barbara library is going to be called the Johnny Olson Library shortly.
You best believe that.
Johnny 5-0. Yeah, Hove, H-O-V-E. Yeah, he was he thought it was back, he was like in the 60s. He thought it was like Berlin, Germany, East Berlin. So,
fucking trash.
yeah, and I don't know who is, you guys running live now? Or just
I'm live.
Okay. I don't know who, there was some female who was calling repeatedly, and I don't know who it was, but the deputy pulled me out of the cell, and he was like, Mr. Olson, who is such and such? And I was like, I don't know. And he goes, she will not stop calling here. He's like, do you know her? And I'm like, well, I don't really answer, because I haven't, dude, I wouldn't even answer questions to the medical for the hospital. So I was like, I'm like, I don't know who that person is. I said, there's a lot of people calling for me, aren't there? And he goes, yeah, there are. But this one, she keeps calling saying that I need to do a welfare check on you, and she will not stop. You have to make her stop calling. And I was like,
fuck.
I don't have that kind of power over people. Do
Right.
you? And he points to the phone that wasn't working in there, or, you know, or intermittently. And so I was like, I don't know what to tell you. He's like, all right, well then I'm going to tell the deputies that they should, you know, run a trace and you know, cite her or something like that. I was like, cool story. So I don't know who it was, but thank you. Has anybody been up here to Santa Barbara to film? I don't think anybody's been up here before.
It's
They're
a
all coming
sleepy
now.
town. Yeah, we're all coming now, man.
It's only 90 minutes. It's only 90 minutes. Thanks for being here, man.
Yeah, man,
It's only
you got
90
it.
minutes, so.
Donnie, subscribe. Hi, Carlos.
Hey, man, how are you, man? And you know what's a real bummer is the 12 people that I was in the holding cell with, because they all know about their right. For the last 6 hours, they got hammered on their rights of photography, and they had their eyes opened, and they were all ears, let me tell you. And some were translating into Espanol for them, and they were all ears. And fuck the city of Santa Barbara. If you come here, don't spend a dime.
Oh yeah.
But I judge no man.
I'm gonna run out of gas trying to make it to the next county just to get out of Santa Barbara.
No,
Oh,
so I just asked the woman, because they told me I just got my photograph taken like 30 minutes ago, and I was like, when am I getting out of here? And they go, you have to stay for 12 hours. You were booked at 5 p.m. You're not getting out of here until 5 a.m. And I was like, all right. So I went to sleep on a metal slab, and
Missy Knight was your caller.
was it okay? Well, she was
We
giving
love
it.
her.
She was giving a different name.
We love her.
She was giving a different name, and she's from out of the country. So good luck. Good luck.
Citing her.
Yeah.
Yeah, good luck citing any U.S. penal codes, federal or state, on her. So, yeah. So I just assumed I was going to be here till.
We're gonna need to PayPal Missy some money for all those long distance phone calls. Out
Yeah.
of country phone calls.
Yeah.
Yeah, they told us you were gonna be here for at least eight more hours, and then they told them, no, he's gonna be released in about an hour.
I've got all my gear.
Are you kidding me?
No, I have all my gear. I am in shock.
They didn't keep it? I can't believe they didn't keep it for evidence.
No, my court date is in March.
In March?
They're learning.
We'll
drop it anyway. So.
Well, no, I mean, I thought that they would. I mean, I thought.
I'm just used to LA County where they're like bam, bam, you know, they don't play games.
I mean, I thought for sure, because he said. Okay, I don't know if can I tell the story about what
No.
happened?
No, you cannot.
Okay. There was because they said they were booking it for evidence. So.
See, a bag inside a bag and
So,
another
I don't know
bag.
how much of the live stream was.
I didn't see it, I don't know. You have to ask these guys. I'm not sure.
Because what was interesting was I left. He pulled out the handcuffs, and I was like, all right, this guy means business.
Right.
I've never been here for Santa Barbara. I don't know what the pulse is of this place. So I was leaving, and I flipped my camera around, and
Right.
I was like, what are you, camera shy? And he was like, no, not at all, sir. And then he gets his hands on me a little bit, and I just keep walking. And I'm like, I'm leaving. And I walk out the door, and he lets me go, and he's 20 feet away from me, and I was like, fuck off. And
Yeah.
then he arrested me.
Yeah, we
So-
saw that.
Yeah, contempt of cop.
And then you went down, dude. It was fucking crazy.
Yeah, so like I said, he got me confused with the 12-year-olds that he fucks on the weekends. Hove, H-O-V-E. So I don't know if you guys are blowing up the phones. I know you were blowing up the phones here. I appreciate everybody's calls. So I asked them on the way out, I said, did I get a lot of calls? And she turns over and she was like, yeah. And I was like, you're welcome.
Well, that lady at the front was very nice to me. She spent 45 minutes with me of me yelling at her. Well, not yelling, but just, you know, trying to make a point.
Yeah, check your SD cards, man. Make sure all your footage is still there.
Yeah, I don't think they've messed with it. I think it was here the whole time.
I
So.
already sent all the footage that was published and not published to the lawyer.
Cool. Yeah, it is going to be the Johnny Olson
Memorial Library.
No, memorial means you're dead. Memorial means you're dead, STV. Thanks. No, the Johnny Olson Constitutional Law Library. It's going to be the. Well, it was interesting because they showed me the policy in writing, and it said photography was prohibited. But there's a difference between photography and journalism.
Right.
Like if you're just there shooting art photographs, you don't have a First Amendment protected activity if you're shooting art photographs.
Right.
Right? But when you're disseminating news to the masses, it becomes journalism, regardless of any press pass, everybody. Brandsburg versus Hayes, 1972. There is no need for a press pass. SCOTUS case. And I told the cop, just for his own qualified immunity, I said, I'm a journalist gathering content for a story. They said that the chick showed up the the policy. I said she said it's been vetted by the attorney for the city of Santa Barbara. I said that's great. It does not trump my First Amendment right to be here and photograph in a public space. There are homeless people and dogs in the public library, but no cameras. No cameras.
There are people eating in there too. It's weird. I've never seen people eat in a library.
So, yeah. So I educated about a dozen guys for the last 6-8 hours. So, yeah.
Did you eat? You hadn't-
Oh, I had 2 bologna sandwiches. I did stay. No carbs. I took the bread off and just ate the bologna.
There you go.
I gotta
Try
lose.
to keep that weight.
I gotta lose this fucking gut. I was like, damn. I had celery sticks and then the carrot sticks with carrots, a lot of sugar in carrots. But I figured I wasn't gonna be eating it all for. I was trying to call, and
Yeah, I may or may not have not answered on purpose.
okay, no, because no, I don't remember. Okay, I don't remember your. Listen, okay,
I don't
here's.
know my phone number.
You still live?
Yeah.
Okay, here's a really good rule. Write fucking a phone number in pen on your arm, because in this day and age of press a button, I did not know her phone number. I was calling my own phone because I've learned that lesson to not take your own mobile device in. The phones that I have in here, I had a bricked phone too as a prop. I was hoping they could try to get that to work.
Headspace says you should rename it the Johnny Olson Center for Kids Who Can't Read Good.
Oh. No, so.
We have to stay though. There's more people coming.
Yeah.
Plus they drove all the. They just got here like 20 minutes
Cool.
ago.
No, man, I appreciate it, man. I mean, no, and I was like, because we just got up here and we were planning for at least 2-3 days, and I was like, the first spot that but I mean, what a great barometer of what kind of a city it is.
Right. Exactly.
You know, I mean, that
Are
guy.
we leaving or are we staying to do CD tomorrow?
I am gonna go light myself on fire at the police department right now, live. No, I'm not going anywhere.
All right.
I don't know. Whatever. We'll discuss it. So.
It's your life. I'm not getting arrested. You do you.
Bell had a couple of choice words, and then the arresting cop was like, he's like, oh, he's with that woman, that's good, but she's just here for drama, and she's filming too. And I'm like, dude, you have no idea who we are.
No idea what
Not me and you, who we are. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
we're probably, I don't know, 200,000 to 400,000 strong, if not 500,000.
He's gonna feel differently when he sees the unpublished video footage.
Oh.
Of what really happened.
Oh, because I wanted to make sure his qualified immunity went whoosh. So, but listen, this is a really beautiful city. If you've never been to Santa Barbara, it's a very the old Spanish architecture with the tiled roofs and the, all the arches and shit like that. And so there's money here, and they're going to be paying.
It was very interesting. Like there's some amazing people, Justin William and Forensic Code and all those guys that are doing live streams, but I did not know, because I didn't watch a live stream because I was too busy being followed out of there, that no one ever said, stop, put your hands behind your back, you're arrested.
Nope.
They just...
Nope, he never said you're under arrest. He pulled out his handcuffs, and I left. When I saw the handcuffs, I realized that he meant business, and I was leaving under protest, and so I left, and I was physically out the door of the library when I flipped around. I don't know who that is, but I'm guessing by those.
Plug Face Media and M-Star guys.
Good, I'll say
The Bow for Freedom. Downey Transparent Eye.
This is only,
Johnny
this is only
50.
1/10 of Pug Nation.
Far, yeah.
Hi. Hi. Hello. Hello, guys. Hi, little guys. Hello, guys. You smell my big guys? Do my dogs miss me? Hi. Hi. Dog Fest. Dog Fest.
I don't want to steal the show. I'll
So, no.
In the middle of an interview.
Love dog.
What's up, STV?
What's up, bro? How are you?
So yeah, what was everybody? What was the overall mood and feeling of everybody after the? I obviously didn't see anything.
I got 1.4K people watching. How do you think they feel, man?
Oh, all right.
Everybody is like.
I'm amazed at how much support there is. You know, a lot of people that know us know that we kind of stick to ourselves. You know, it's not that we don't like people, we just stick to ourselves, and
Yeah.
we know a lot of people, but we don't film with a lot of people.
Right.
And to see people, especially SGV, Pug, and I'm sorry, I don't know.
Oh, Dominic Transparent.
Okay. Oh, dude, for real?
Thank you.
Okay. I'm sorry.
What's your channel name?
Dominic Transparent. Hi.
Yeah.
Okay.
From Dominic.
Okay.
Yeah, I was saying earlier, like we don't have to be like directly in contact with each
Yeah,
other or
well,
be
flip-
direct friends
Flip
or.
around so that you guys come on. You guys listen. I'm going to teach you guys some photography. Look.
I can't see anything.
You never shoot into the light.
Yeah, but we don't have to be in direct contact to support each other, and that's the great thing about the
Right.
movement is something happens to one, it happens to all of us, and that's why we come out.
And
You know?
listen, I
Well,
understand.
we've met SGV before.
Right. I understand the value of filming from a sidewalk. I understand that the neutrality of a sidewalk, but public places that are, why didn't I get arrested at the city of Pasadena when I went into that library? Amagatsett Press, which say that 10 times real fast. He did a video at Salt Lake City Library. Picture Perfect did one in the library in either Tulsa or Oklahoma City, although I think they did get bounced out of that one. But it's a public area, and the policy did say photography was prohibited, and I think, like I said, I think there's a very strong legal definition between the difference between just regular old photography for photography's sake versus journalism photography. And so that's why I wanted to very clearly state that I was a journalist, and he didn't care because he's got an IQ of 67.
I just want to stop you and say that everybody in the chat just wants to say hi to SGV. Everybody's like, say hi to SGV.
He didn't want to hear it. So that's cool. I'm shocked that I got out as early as I did. So maybe they were sick of all the phone calls.
Oh yeah, they were like, we can't keep this guy in here till 5 a.m. Fuck
So
no,
were
let him out.
you guys calling the? I hope more importantly that you were calling the library. So I don't know if anybody was calling them, but what's interesting.
Up until 7 people were calling.
Okay. What's interesting with the Pasadena Library is that I had just been at the Pasadena Police Department, which is right across the street from the library. And as everybody knows, LAPD is watching your streams, LA Sheriff's Department are watching and capturing your streams. They're capturing mine in real time, as well as the FBI. And when I was there in Pasadena, the Pasadena Police Department was watching my stream in the Pasadena Library.
That's what they do.
No, and people think, "Oh, you're paranoid." I'm
Yeah.
like, "No, that's
No,
what happens."
They're on it.
They are doing that, and
Yeah.
so when they did call PD, because if you remember, PD never showed up at Pasadena because they were just
educated.
like, this guy, we're not going to arrest this guy on camera. It would be a PR nightmare for us.
And
we're
they're
gonna
like,
save
plus
it
we're
for Santa
watching
Barbara
him.
in 4 months.
Yeah, we have our eyes on him live, so no worries. We got him right here.
My favorite part is
That's all they
that
care.
in the stream that wasn't live and in the video footage that wasn't live, you never said a word. In that entire library situation, you never said a word.
I said, shh, to all the employees.
Anybody that approached you, you said shh, and then you stood in a corner and didn't say anything.
Nope.
And
No.
you waited.
No, because they have me down for 602.1, like interference with a business.
Yeah.
Oh,
I can't
good.
wait till they
Good
stop.
luck.
I can't wait till our lawyer sends that over.
And PC 148A, which is resisting or interfering with a
Interfering.
police officer, which is also AKA contempt of cop. It's a catch-all, PC 148A, and so cool. I'm gonna just chalk this one up. We're gonna check out our legal remedies here, and
His head is good. He has a Band-Aid. I'd like to repeat that. He was bleeding profusely and has a Band-Aid. So
Hey, Tim Lashley
you've
says,
done that to yourself.
Well, and that because I wear that ridiculous vest because it has 3,700 pockets for batteries and stuff like that. No, and I have all my good batteries on the left, and then when they're bad, I bring over to the right side, so I'm always know how to wear.
Right.
And so
I feel you. I feel you.
the police were photographed. Like I just went into like fucking ragdoll mode. You know what I mean? I'm like, no, you. They're like, oh, we want to sit you up on the bench, Mr. Olson. I'm like, nope. I'll lay right here on the ground, and they're like, no, we'll get you up on the bench. And I was like, come on, bitch, I'm fucking 220, bitch, and so, they let me stay there. And then the police were filming, and then the librarians came out and they said, Mr. Olson, here's your trespassed here for 6 months. We're going to put this over here on your camera gear. You're trespassed from the property for 6 months. Here's your official trespass notice.
Oh, I'm not trespassed though.
And so they were shooting pictures of my injuries, and I wouldn't get up. And so Officer Fuckachild grabbed me by my vest and choked me and lifted me up as it fucking choked me.
Whoa.
And then when they dropped me down, I said, you're choking me. She goes, no, you're not. You can speak. The woman who was shooting the pictures.
That's
Wow.
like Adair Gardner, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
You can talk to your friend.
Yeah. So
Did you get your camera equipment back?
I got it all back, which I am shocked by.
I am too. This never happened to us in the history of being arrested.
Probably realized they screwed up and now they better give them a shit.
Fubba 66, appreciate you.
This is going to be the Johnny Olson Constitutional Memorial Library of Santa Barbara,
The
California.
chat's telling me that Santa Barbara has a story on you from the chief, so that's going to be on the news.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Oh, good. It better be an apology.
It better be. There's evidence you haven't seen, Chief.
God. Well, this has been vetted by the city attorney. I was like, cool story. I'm sure. Let me check his bar number. I'm sure he's probably
Appreciate you
only been
guys.
past the bar in the last 9 months.
Thanks, El Philip.
So, cool. Thank you guys for all showing up. I appreciate it. And I knew you guys were calling the phone off the hook. You don't know what that feels like to sit in a fucking cell, in a holding cell with 12 other guys.
Appreciate you, Jason.
Know that the phone is ringing off the hook. What's up, boss?
Four Corners.
These are all my YouTube people.
Oh really?
Yeah, remember?
Oh yeah, I remember you saying.
Yeah,
That's
he was
cool.
one of the guys I was in there with, man. So cool, man. You out?
It was good to meet you. Yeah,
Cool.
I'm out. Finally.
Yeah. 950.
Johnny 50.
Yeah, I'm gonna own that fucking library. Dude.
Yeah. Hope
So,
you do.
yeah.
Nice to meet you.
All right, man.
AV's on his way still.
Oh,
So did you need stitches?
I don't know. I didn't see the wound. I went to the hospital because you don't get to injure somebody, and they're like, "Well, it's not that bad." I was like,
Did you give you a scan or anything after busting your head open?
"Nah, I refused to talk to them." They were like, "Oh, it's me. I'm a doctor," and I'm like, "Yeah, I play one on TV too, man. I do a little amateur OBGYN thing, and it's weird." Did I just say that out loud? Did I just incriminate myself on 2 live streams, 3 live streams?
3 light streams.
So at what point did you hit your head? Because I saw the cop kind of like
he
swept your legs, right?
Yeah, he swept my legs or
Yeah.
something, or he put his knee behind my knee or something like that, and he slammed me down, and that
Well, I
was.
told you if you were at the county jail
I think
and
that was-
Downey send him a pin,
I'm almost wondering if he
but
Dude, he was.
he hasn't.
yeah, he
I don't
was,
think he's close yet. He's probably another 10, 15 minutes
he was
out.
not happy. And listen, and this. You know what? And guys.
So there it is, guys. You guys heard it first.
You know,
Fresh out of jail, Johnny
guys
50.
like James Freeman and stuff like that, who I am so appreciative of their style of what they talk about, of like how all laws, and this is all brand new to me at the age of 53 years old, that all laws have the threat of death and with them, and that's a simple trespass law, and we'll tase you, shoot you, kill you, whatever. Like
Yep, whatever it
there's-
takes.
You got body slammed for leaving a library. It's impressive.
So I don't know if it was fuck off or it wasn't fuck you.
No, it's fuck off.
It was fuck off.
You told him fuck off, yeah. And he got pissed.
Oh, he took that.
He fucking went.
personally.
Yeah. He went into road rage
What
mode.
kind of accent did he have?
He had some weird kind of Austrian, like it was very subtle and very slight, but it was very, I might be wearing your skin later.
It was like a Nazi accent.
Yeah, because they're not quite
Yeah,
German.
I was going to say Austrian just to try to not say Germany. Very careful.
Appreciate the donations, guys.
So,
Rick Martinez.
but yeah, he was the authority.
Kim
He
J.
was the king there, and
What's up, Kim J, Rayo,
he knows the law, man.
Randy,
This is
Shetty.
really
Badu.
unfortunate, and listen,
Trespass my
the people
eyes.
that say, "Oh, I want to get involved in this movement," I've got like a wife and kids at
KSQR.
home, and I'm like, no, there's other people that are out here getting tackled and shit. And,
I made
you
it
know what I
page
mean? And,
private.
I usually pay good money to get treated like that by an elderly man, but I mean, come on, Grandpa, that's what you got.
Well, as an older cop, you should know better. Right?
No, older cops don't have any of the newer like they're in a different mindset.
I
than
agree,
the newer guys.
Araz.
The newer guys understand.
agree, you should get checked
First of all,
out.
the newer guys understand this, and even just a simple mobile phone can be career-ending. I mean, I had my whole stack. I've got my custom rig. I had a GoPro on my chest too, which I'm sure is pretty beat up. But so anyway, it's all tore up. But I've got a bunch of custom shit custom grip stuff, and I had the mic on there, and I saw my gear go down in slow motion, and I was like,
oh my gear!
Yeah, the next thing I saw is
Sucks.
you were standing 1 second, and the next second I could see your feet, like you were laying down. All of a sudden. You must have gone down fast.
oh yeah.
Did you at least get some good shush footage out of it before you got
Yeah, dude, that was the worst police response ever. I was on like the 57-minute mark on my high def camera when they rolled up, because I walked right past security initially, and I was like, well, that was kind of weird, and then I just kind of walked around, and
I got 2 dogs too.
and I didn't get approached till Bell. I didn't get approached till about 10 minutes in, right? And then like 3 people showed up. It was like 2. But I'd been walking around for a solid 10 minutes before they approached me. But they approached me.
Well, they went upstairs to get the guy though.
Right, there were like 3 or 4 of them that
Four
were
Corner
like,
Kids Club, what's up?
they were like,
man?
you need to
Thank
come with me, you
Appreciate
need to
you
come with
being
me, and
here.
I was
Lance
like-
Marshall.
and then I walked
You're a
back
man.
to the guy. Then I started walking around a little bit more, and I was like, he's like, you can't
Ryan
be here,
man.
sir. And I was like, yeah,
Mark writes first, what's up?
yeah, I
Thank you,
can't.
appreciate you.
This is
Patricia
constitutionally
Walton.
protected. I'm a journalist. I'm just shooting a story.
Nali Cantun.
And I go, you're gonna get sued.
Betsy Peeler,
He's like,
DLR.
no, we're not. Or it's just like
Yeah.
you. I'm like,
Got
"Yeah,
arrested for saying fuck off to the cops.
This is egregious.
Leading up to that, make sure and check out his video, but leading up to that, you could already see that the cop was already enraged with Johnny's denial to remove himself immediately.
Ready to. She already had that intent.